Hello guys, so in the previous tutorial, we finished with our events, adding updates. Now with the updates, there is a change that we're going to have to make to it, which I have done in mine. So previously, what we had was this event name was not there. And then we also had it like this. But this wouldn't work because there is no event like this. What rather needs to happen is, remember, we've got event name missing, event venue. So just add the event venue, event name to it with a comma. And then what we need to do is we need to do an integer dot pass int. And then we need to pass in the ID, because think about it, the ID should be an integer. What's missing is event time, event information, event time. I need to check just to make sure that this is the correct way of doing it. So if we go to our events, we'll see that we have an event name and event time. So we have event name and event time and event information and event venue. So whenever we update it, this is the correct way of doing it, which is to pass in an integer. But because our integer at this stage is a string, we need to make it an integer, just so that when we run our DB updates, it will be able to work. So this is where we are at the moment. So if I was to show my application in my emulator, when the application is run, so let me click on for the application to run. This is what we would have at the moment. So we can clearly see here, we can clearly see that error there. It's not really a big deal, but here is we're launching our application. And then hopefully, let's check the logcats. Hopefully our application launched correctly. So you can see here that we have already a record which has been updated. So let's say, for example, I want to update Emmanuel James, to add Emmanuel James Kofi to this. If I click on update, what we should see is Emmanuel James Kofi is still showing Emmanuel James Kofi. Let's just wait. I'm going to enter a new field. So T, and then say the event time. And let's say the event information is anything, just anything for now. And if I click on add, you would see that it's added and it's showing the first lists. If I click on next, okay, so let's see when our next is not showing. So what position is greater than equal? We need to do is to change that current position to greater or equals to 0, because we want to check that if the position is greater or equals to 0, means that, you know, the list we can increase the list. So this is working fine. So if I show you now, if we go to next, you see that it's going to Chrissy's birthday. So this should be working now. So if I go to previous, it goes back to the first one. If I go to next from our table. So this code is how you are going to be able to add an event to the SQL database. I know the video is quite long, so please take your time. We've created this, we've created buttons, which allows us to be able to to go to the next row that we have, the previous row, update, delete, add, and clear. This go to list view just displays this information in a list view format for us to be able to have a look at it, but I haven't yet done that part just yet. So please go through the video again. The source code will also be released in case, and please, I'll see you in the next video.